Very good morning, everyone. I'm audible. If I'm audible, please do respond in the chat box. Okay, great. Yeah, fine. Without wasting the time, let me just quickly start with the class. And today happens to be day 5 Python class. Today happens to be day 5 Python class. What I had discussed in the previous class, can you just tell me the topic name? I'm not asking the complete topic. I'm just asking the topic name. That's all. What was the previous topic? That means in yesterday class, day 4 demo class, what I have done. Okay, very good. Platform independent. What do you mean by platform independent? Okay, as a developer, if you're writing your program, or if you're choosing any programming language to learn, or if you're choosing any programming language to develop the application or software or project, please tell me, you'll choose platform dependent programming language or platform independent programming language. Which one you will choose? Why? Because right now you're having the clarity about what platform dependent and independent. Which one you will choose in order to write the or else you not to write the logic or not to write the code for application. Very good. Platform independent. Why? Because already you are aware of what exactly that platform independent means, correct, right? If you compile that code in one operating system and it can be executed in any operating system, technically that is only referred as what? Platform independent. And when it comes to platform independent, it is called as what? ORA. ORA means what? Write once, run anywhere. Is that fine? What do you mean by that? ORA. Very good. Write once, run anywhere. Once if you write the code, you can just run it on any platform, no issues. And when compared to C and Python, which one is relatively fast? If you compare C programming language and if you compare Python programming language, which one is very fast? Very good. C is very fast. Why C is very fast? Whatever the answer you're telling, that is correct. But why that C is very fast? Very good. Why? Because in case of C, only one process is involved. What is that process? Compilation process. But when it comes to Python programming language, do you think only one process is involved or two processes involved? Very good. Two processes involved. Which are those two processes? First, compilation will happen. Later, what? Interpretation will happen. Correct, right? First compilation, later interpretation. Okay, very good. Next, in the interview panel, if they're asking whether C is a compiled or interpreted programming language, what should be your answer? In case of interview, if they're asking whether C is compiled or interpreted, what is your answer? Very good. Your answer should be what? It's a hybrid programming language. I don't know why some of them are telling, okay, sorry, C, right? Okay, C. C is a compiled programming language. Similarly, if someone is asking what kind of programming language is Python, what should be your answer? If someone is asking what kind of programming language is Python, what should be your answer? Very good. Python is both compiled as well as interpreted programming language. Technically, it is called as what? Hybrid programming language. And if the interviewer is asking the question like this, is Python a interpreted programming language? Yes or no? What should be your answer? Directly, if the interviewer only asking the question like this, if Python a interpreted programming language? Yes or no? What should be your answer? Very good. Directly, if he's asking the question like that, your answer should be yes. And you should be giving the clarity for him. Sir, only from the execution point of view, it is interpreted programming language. But if you consider the complete Python internally, both interpretation as well as in the background, what compilation will happen. Like this, you are supposed to explain with the diagram, whatever I have written. Guys, is that clear? I think it is not very difficult to write the diagram, whatever I have written. Correct, right? Do you think it's a very huge diagram? Like in your biology classes and all, you'll be having the diagram, right? Maybe if you're from PUC and if you're from PCMB, you will be having that difficulty in writing the diagram. Like that and all, there is no diagram. It is very easy diagram. Actually, it's a technical diagram. Let me just close this one. Next, today happens to be the day 5. Today happens to be day 5 Python class. Okay. Okay, sir, what you are going to discuss in this day 5 Python class, if you ask me. Just listen carefully. I want everyone to listen properly. Why? Because in today's class, whatever the features I will discuss or whatever the topics I will discuss, you should remember this topic until I conclude Python. Until I conclude Python, you have to remember this. Okay, sir, what kind of topic you are going to do? Right now, already you made your decision to learn Python. If you made your decision in order to learn Python, don't you think you should be aware of the features of Python? Yes or no? Sir, why I should be aware of features of Python? It is very simple. Assume that if you want to purchase a car, or if you want to purchase a bike, or if you want to purchase a dress, or if you want to purchase a shoe, it may be anything. If you purchase, before purchasing that particular product, don't you think you'll be aware of the features of the particular product? Yes or no? As 100% as a human being, you'll be aware of what features of the product. Anyone in this class, without having the complete knowledge on that particular product, you'll purchase that product? Just tell me whether it is correct or not. Anyone in this class, sir, directly I'll go to a showroom, I will see that shoe, I will not ask which company, I will not ask what is the size, I will not ask anything. Directly I will pay the money, directly I will just take that particular shoe. Like that, anyone is there? No, 100% no, correct, right? That means even mobile, yeah, you can just take even mobile. I can just write even mobile. In order to purchase the product itself, you'll be seeing the features. In order to learn the new programming language, which will give you bread and butter and which will shape your career like anything in the IT industry, don't you think you should be aware of the features of that particular programming language? Okay, sir, what are the features of that particular programming language? If you ask me, I would like to write the one by one, that is the features. Guys, when it comes to car, you only just tell me, let me just consider so that easily you can correlate. I will consider mobile only, I will consider. Maybe the mobile, how many of them would have heard about OnePlus? I'll just take OnePlus 70, I will take OnePlus 70. If anyone is asking what is the features of OnePlus 70, what you will tell? Don't you think you will be telling about the processor? Yes or no? First you will be telling about the processor. Next you will tell about the RAM. Next you will tell about the internal memory. Internal memory. That is the storage, how much amount of storage it will give. Next you will be telling the pixel of front cam as well as rear cam, that is I can just tell back camera, front cam as well as back cam. Next you will be telling about the battery, that means how much amount of battery, correct, right? Next you will be telling about what, okay, the mobile size, and someone will be very conscious about mobile weight as well. Like this, don't you think plenty of features you'll observe? Yes or no? Like this, whatever I have written, like this, plenty of features you'll be observing. Okay. Is there any other features you're going to look into their mobile? Very good. Graphic card. That is very important. Graphic card. I think some disturbance was there in between. That is the reason. Sorry for that. I'm audible for everyone. Yes, I'm audible. Okay, fine. Just listen carefully. In order to purchase a mobile itself, you'll be seeing all these features. Don't you think in order to learn a new programming language, you should be aware of the features of the programming language? Yes or no? You should be completely aware of the features. Okay, sir, what are the features? I will just tell like this. Let me just consider one by one so that you would be getting the clarity. I would like to remove this one. I will just tell features of Python. Features of Python. Okay, sir, what are the features of Python? One by one I will discuss. Please try to understand. Maybe the first one happens to be, I'll just tell it is very simple and easy to learn. Simple and easy to learn. Sir, how come you're telling Python is very simple and easy to learn? Don't worry, I will make sure that Python is very simple and very easy to learn. Next, listen carefully. I'd be writing few points here. Don't you think Python is like a normal English language? Yes or no? If I'm writing some Python logic, maybe in the day one, day two, I have written some Python logic. Don't you think it's like English language? Yes or no? I'll just tell it's like simple English language. Like simple English language. Means Python is like simple English language, or I can just tell it's a human readable language. Human readable language. Next, observe properly. I'll just tell readability will be increased. Because of that, readability will be increased. I'll just tell readability will be increased. Sometimes I don't know why the spellings will not come to my mind while typing. I think increase spelling wrong, right? Now it is correct. Now it is correct. Okay, okay, fine. That is what. Okay, okay. Readability will be increased. Next, syntax is very simple. I'll just tell syntax is very simple in Python. I don't think when compared to other programming languages like C, C++, all those things, syntax is very simple. I'll just tell syntax is very simple in Python. Next, because of that syntax is very simple, because the readability will be increased, because it is like human readable language, I will just tell it will reduce the development time. That means in order to develop any project or in order to develop any application, if it is very simple, don't you think the development time will be reduced? That is the reason I have told it will reduce the development time. And next, I will just tell like this: in less cost, we can develop the project. In less cost. We can develop the project. Next, listen carefully. I would like to read the second one. Is there any amount that you have to pay whenever you want to download Python? In order to learn Python, you have to pay amount for study online. But in order to download Python, is there any amount you have to pay for Python? Please tell me. Anyone aware of those things? No, you need not to provide a single penny in order to download Python. That is the reason I will just tell it's a freeware. It's a freeware and open source software. It's a freeware and open source software. Sir, what do you mean by this freeware and open source software? You need not to pay a single rupee while downloading Python. That is the reason maybe the first point happens to be freely downloadable. I will just tell freely downloadable. Okay, sir, what about the second point? If I just take the second point, I can just tell Python code can be used in Java program. So that means what is the meaning of that? I don't think open source means very simple. As a developer across the world, however they want, they can just contribute the code and they can just change the features of Python. Yes or no? They can use that particular language according to the requirements. Whatever they're in the projects, they can just change the source code. Yes or no? That means it is open source software. If you want to add the functionality, yes, you can add the functionality. Assume that you just want to integrate this particular Python with Java. At that point of time, I can just tell like this: Python code can be used in Java program. So really, is that possible? 100% you can use the Python program in Java program. Technically, that is only called as, if you are using Python in Java, technically that Python is only called as JPython. Some of them might be referring this as JPython. In the interview, if they're asking what do you mean by JPython, your answer should be very simple. It is a customized version of Python. In order to use or in order to work with Java program. Next, okay, sir, what about the next features of Python? What kind of language is this Python? I think initially I have told what kind of language is this Python. Initially they have introduced machine level language. Later they have introduced assembly level language. Similarly, what kind of language is Python? Very good. It's a high level programming language. Already I have told regarding this. Python is a high level programming language. That means I can just write one more point below this. Guys, don't write any notes. Just listen carefully. Today by the end of the class, I'll be sending day 1 to day 5 notes in Google Drive. I think daily I'm providing the video. You can just access in YouTube, and it doesn't mean that every video will be visible for everyone. 100% no. If you want to access the video from day 6, day 7, that means from Monday onwards, you should have paid the fee. That is what I will tell. Listen carefully. I will just tell high level programming language. Okay, sir, why this Python is called as high level programming language? Please tell me why this Python is called as high level programming language. Or basically, what do you mean by high level programming language? In the interview, if anyone is asking, what do you mean by high level programming language? What should be your answer? Okay, and one more thing, guys. One more thing I want to confess. From yesterday, I think from the afternoon, there is some uh, issue with respect to my Wi-Fi. That's the reason I'm just using my mobile internet. In between, some disturbance will be there. You know, right? If we depend on the mobile internet, 100% would be very difficult. That is the reason. I think, is that fine? Maybe it will not repeat from Monday onwards. I think yesterday they have just taken the modem and there is some issue with respect to the modem. That is the reason. Yes, I'm audible for everyone. If I'm audible, please do respond. How come I'll be getting to know whether it is audible or not? Okay, very good. I'll just tell high level programming language means it is human understandable language. I'll just tell it is human understandable language. Human understandable language. Is that fine? Simply I will just tell high level programming language means what? Human understandable language. Next, fourth point I will take, that is the fourth feature of Python. Whether Python is platform dependent or independent. Please tell me, Python is platform dependent or independent? Very good. Python is what? Platform independent. I will just tell it is a platform independent programming language. Independent programming language. Okay, what do you mean by platform independent programming language? Let me just quickly write the definition for that. What do you mean by that? You can just tell me the explanation. What do you mean by that? What is platform independent programming language? Very good. If we develop the software using Python, I will just tell if we develop the software using Python in one operating system, then do you think it can be executed in any operating system? Yes or no? If you are developing the software or application, using Python in one operating system, then it can be executed. In any operating system. It can be executed in any operating system. That is what the fourth feature. Next feature is very important, and you have to concentrate on the whatever the explanation I will be giving. How many of them are using Geo? Is there any person who is using Geo? Okay, fine. I will just tell like this. This happens to be my mobile number 8553531326. Listen carefully. Initially, I was using Aircel. How many of them would have heard about Aircel? Initially, when I bought the SIM card, the mobile network provider name happens to be Aircel. It is not Airtel. Aircel. There was something called as Aircel. Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the brand ambassador for Aircel, if I'm not wrong, at that point of time. Yes or no? I think still I remember his poster used to come related to Aircel and all. Next, what I have done? I have just ported from Aircel to Tata Docomo. How many of them would have heard about Tata Docomo? I think right now it is not there. Correct, right? Later I have ported to what? Tata Docomo. Next, I have ported to what? Geo. Next, right now I'm using Vodafone. And in future, I'm planning to port for Airtel. Right now, think and answer. With respect to this particular topic, initially the network provider is Aircel. Later, the network provider is Tata Docomo. Next, Geo. Next, Vodafone. Next, Airtel. In all these cases, do you think the number got changed? Yes or no? Right now, this is my number. Do you think my number got changed? 100% no. My number remains same. But the service provider will keep on changing. Technically, what it is called as? Don't you think this process or this particular feature is only called as portability? It is only technically called as what? Portability. Right now, listen carefully. I will just tell like this. Python programs are portable. Just tell Python programs are portable in nature. Are portable in nature. I think that is more than sufficient. Whatever the explanation I have given. Yes, it is very simple. If you migrate the complete Python program from one platform to another platform, it will not change its features. I'll just tell like this. in case if we migrate, I think you know the meaning of migrate. What do you mean by migrate? Some of them might be telling like this: birds will migrate from this place to one more place. What is that? Change of the location, that's all. I'll just tell in case if we migrate complete Python program, or else I'll just tell if you migrate a Python program from one platform to another, then the features will not change. That is what the basic meaning of portability. Features will not change. I think example, you can just take that example itself. That is up to your wish. Next, let me just consider the sixth point, which is very important. Listen carefully. And most of them might be getting confused with respect to the sixth point. Let's listen. Some of them are asking, sir, what is portability? One more example I will give. Okay, fine. One more example I will give. Assume this happens to be my car number. I will just take, I'm just aware of the car number, but I don't know the exact series and all. I'll just tell KA, I think it's 09, I guess. Seriously, I don't know. KA09, but I'm just aware of the number 963. KA09, something will come here. What is that? It's okay, fine. I don't know. Just listen carefully. Assume that this happens to be my car number. Right now, the owner of this car happens to be what? Sandesh. Next, tomorrow if I sell this car, but 100% I'll not sell the car. But tomorrow if I sell this car to one more person called as Suhas. Next day after tomorrow, if Suhas is selling that car to one more person called as Akash, do you think the car features will change? Guys, whatever the car is there, instead of taking the number, I'll just take the car. Okay, this is my car. Do you think the car feature will change? 100%. The car remains same. Only the owners are getting changed. Initially it was Sandesh, later it was Suhas, next it was Akash. But don't you think the features of car is same? The mileage of the car is same. The seating arrangement of the car is same. Everything, whatever that is there in the car, it would remain same. It will not misbehave. Oh, my owner is Sandesh. That is the reason I should behave properly. Now the owner has been changed to Suhas. I should misbehave. Like this, the car will do. 100% no. Correct, right? That is the reason technically it is called as what? Portability feature. Next, sixth one, listen carefully. I will tell Python happens to be dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language. Sir, what do you mean by this dynamically typed programming language? Most of them will be getting confused. Listen carefully. When it comes to C program, I don't know how many of them would have observed in the day one class. I have compared C, Java, Python, or it may be Java, Python. In order to declare the variable, assume that if I declare the variable like A, and if I store the value like 10, I don't think I should just tell the type of the variable, like what kind of variable it is, integer or not, yes or no. It's more related to dynamic type programming language. You'll be learning in the upcoming class, but I would like to give you the clarity about what exactly that term is called. Like this, you will tell in Java. Similarly, whenever you want to declare one more variable, you will just tell like this. Maybe if you want to store integer, you'll just tell like this. Correct, right? In case of Java, you will tell. And if you want to store the string data, what you will tell, you'll just tell string. Maybe the name of the string happens to be n. Within this, I would like to store Sandesh. I will tell. Sandesh is of type string data. That is the reason I should mention the type when it comes to what? C programming language or Java. I will just tell when it comes to Java only, I will take. When it comes to Java, like this, I have to tell. Technically, Java is referred as what? Statically typed programming language. Now, what is statically typed programming language? While declaring the variable, you have to tell the type of the particular variable. That is only called as what? Statically typed programming language. Statically means what? Actually, what is the meaning of static? Static means what? It will not change. It will remain the same. Yes or no? That is what the English meaning of static. Once you declare the type as integer, always you have to store the integer data. No, sir, I will try to store string data. If you're trying to store string data, you will be getting scolding from the compiler. That is the editor. Next, listen carefully. When it comes to Python, same thing, whatever I have told. If you want to represent in Python, it is very simple. You need not to tell the type, directly store the value. Automatically, dynamically, it will decide the type of the particular data. Technically, that is only called as dynamically typed programming language. Assume that if you want to store B. Within this B, if you're storing 20, yes. The type of A is integer, type of B is integer. Next, I will take n, and within that n, I will try to store Sandesh. Right now, based upon the knowledge, whatever I have told, tell me the type of n. Automatically, it will be decided by Python. What is the type of n? Based upon the data which you are storing within the variable, it will decide the type. What is the type? Let's please be very quick. What is the type of the data I'm trying to store? Very good. Don't you think I'm trying to store the integer data? Sorry, string data. I'm trying to store string data. That is the reason the type of n will be what? String. More related to this, if I take the programs, you'll understand. But as of now, I have just given you the basic ideology. I can just tell like this: unlike other programming language, unlike other programming language, unlike other programming language, Python, or else I'll just tell unlike other programming language, we are not supposed to specify the type of the data, unlike other programming language. We are not supposed to specify the type of the data within the variable, while declaring the variable, while declaring the variable, comma, I will just tell unlike other programming languages, we are not supposed to specify the type of the data while declaring the variable. Rather, the type would be decided by Python interpreter. This is what the beauty of one more thing, that is Python interpreter. Who will be acting as Python interpreter? In the yesterday class, clearly I have told who will be acting as Python interpreter. Can you just tell me? Rather, the type would be decided by Python interpreter, that is PVM at the execution time, or some of them might be calling it as runtime, at the execution or runtime. Is that fine? Hence Python is called dynamically typed programming language. I think I have given the example for this. Maybe you can just consider Java. In case of Java, how the things will work. In case of Python, how the things will work. Is that clear, guys? I think everyone got the clarity about the 6th point. Okay, very good. Next, listen carefully. I would like to consider the 7th point. Okay, sir, what you're going to write in the 7th point? I will just tell like this. It is both procedural oriented. Procedure oriented means structure oriented. That's all. It is both procedural oriented and what kind of language is Python? What kind of style is Python? In what kind of style will be writing the program? Don't you think Python is object oriented? I will just tell it is both procedural oriented and object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language. Is both procedure oriented and object oriented programming language. Next, listen carefully. This is what the point I can just give with respect to these things. And if you want, I can just give some note point. Because it is structured oriented, because it is object oriented, what will be increased? Don't you think reusability of code will be there? Reusability will be increased, or else reusability of code. That is the first point. Second point, what is the second point? Very, very important. Why they have invented something called as object-oriented programming language? Very good. In order to provide the security, that is the reason I will just tell secured programming language. Next, the 8th point happens to be very simple. Do you think Python is compiled or interpreted programming language? Just tell me the answer. Python is compiled or interpreted? Very good. It is a hybrid programming language. I will just tell it is a hybrid programming language. Maybe in the explanation, I can just tell Python is both, or else let me just copy the thing, whatever I have written in the yesterday class. Once again, why I have to type. Already I have written these points. Copy this, come back here, paste it here. Is that fine? Yes, with respect to this heading, I should be typing the points. I have just copy pasted the point with respect to whatever I have done in yesterday's class. I think everyone got the clarity. Don't scold me why this fellow is doing copy paste and all. Already I have explained. That is the reason. Next, let me just continue with the next one. Right now, why they'll be using Python in machine learning or AI or data science, if you ask me. Python provides extensive built-in libraries. I think most of them might be getting confused. Sir, what do you mean by libraries? In order to understand libraries, you should be having the clarity about what do you mean by function. In order to understand what is function, you should be having the clarity about what is module. In order to understand what is module, you should be having the clarity about what do you mean by package. I will tell what is function, what is module, what is package, what is framework, what is library, everything I will tell. But as of now, please try to remember, Python provides extensive built-in libraries. That means I can just tell like this. Python provides a huge list of built-in libraries which can be used in the field of AI, machine learning, and data science. Like this, plenty of fields will be there where the Python will be used because of its extensive built-in libraries. Okay, sir, what about the 10th point? I'll just tell the 10th point happens to be like this. I can just tell Python program or whatever the language you're learning, it is embedded. Yes, many of them will be getting confused. Sir, what do you mean by embedded? I'm just writing the English meaning of embedded. Please don't get confused, like embedded means embedded C. Why in the embedded program Python is used? Not like that. Embedded means what? What is the basic meaning of embedded? Can you just tell me? Guys, embedded means what? Joining or combining, yes or no? Mixture. That is only technically called as embedded. Embed. That means combine. The standard meaning of combine is what? Embed. That means I can just tell like this. We can use Python programming language. We can use Python programming language. In any other platform, in any other programming language. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, please tell me. Is there any doubt for anyone? Totally, how many features are there? How many points are there? Till now, I have discussed 10 points with respect to the features of Python. Totally, there are 10 points. What is the first point? It is very simple and easy to learn. Second point, freely downloadable and open source software. Next, high-level programming language, platform dependent, portability, dynamically typed programming language. Next, procedure oriented and object oriented, hybrid programming language, built-in libraries, embedded. In the interview panel, if they're asking you to explain the features of Python, I'm not expecting you to tell 10 features. If you're telling all the 10 features, well and good. At least, are you in a position to tell 5 features? Yes, at least 5 features. In the interview, if someone is asking, can you just tell me the features of Python? If you're telling 10 features, 100%, you can only write it in a bond paper. You'll be getting the job. But at least worst case, as a student, you have to tell what? Minimum 5. Sir, no, sir, I will tell all the 10. Well, very good. If you're telling all the 10. Okay, very good. Just see here. What you can do if you ask me. Just give the heading in your notes like features of Python. Just give the heading as features of Python. Below that, leave sufficient amount of space for all these things. You can just take the screenshot, or after the class itself, I'll be giving you the drive link. That's one more thing. I don't know why some of them would have not joined Slack. Just check your mail. I have just sent a mail. That is Slack invitation. Follow the steps. Okay, if you're done by taking the screenshot of this, let me just scroll down. Okay, you can just take the screenshot of this one. I think 5 points plus 5 points. After taking the screenshot, you can just zoom and you can just write. Okay, great. If you're done with the screenshot, let me just proceed with the next topic. Listen carefully. Please leave around 2 pages in your notes in order to update your notes. Listen properly. I want everyone to observe. Whenever you want to execute a C program, how many platforms are there? In how many ways you can execute the C program? Please tell me. Assume that if you want to execute a C program in your engineering days, you have studied the C program, correct? Right? If I'm not wrong, in your first semester or second semester, you will be having C. In chemistry cycle or physics cycle, I think whenever I was studying in VTU, I was also a student of VTU. Chemistry cycle, physics cycle, correct? Right? I think in chemistry cycle, this particular C program will come, correct? Right? Yes, very good. In chemistry cycle, still I remember. Okay, fine. Guys, and one more thing, to be frank with you, I felt very difficult at that point of time in order to learn that C language. Even I don't know how exactly I have cleared that particular lab. I think at that point of time I have by hearted or something I would have done. Seriously, I don't know how I have cleared. Why? Because there is no proper explanation given by the lecturers, and first of all, they'll not be creating the interest toward that language. Simply, they'll just come with one book. They'll read that book. How they will read that book? You know this topic. Just take down the heading, take down the notes, take down the heading, take down the notes. Like this, they will tell. And if there is any program, they will just mug up the program, or seeing the book only, they will write the program on the board. And they will be expecting a student to write the program without seeing the notes. How can it is possible? Guys, if I'm expecting you to type the program, first of all, I should be having the clarity about the program. Correct, right? If I'm writing 200 lines of code, I should not see any book or I should not see anything. All the 200 lines of code will be there in my mind. Automatically, it will come. Like that, I should be having the knowledge. Then only I can guide someone. Then only I can just insist someone to learn this. This is what the major problem in the college lecturers. Not everyone. I'm not telling to everyone. Maybe some of them. What they will do, first of all, they'll not create the proper interest with the student. Simply they will work for the money. Money means every month I will be getting this much amount of salary. Okay, why I have to do the extra thing? Guys, it might be any profession. If you are doing it with complete devotion and if you are doing it with complete discipline, then only you will be getting the success in that particular field. If not, if you are a prime minister of this company, also will not be getting the success. You should be having the proper devotion. I think that person, that is Narendra Modi, is having the proper devotion. That's what I feel. Uh, it doesn't mean that I'm the supporter of BJP. I'm just telling that, sir. Next, listen carefully. Whenever you want to execute a Python program, I'll just tell execution of Python program, execution of Python, execution of Python program. Okay, sir, how to execute Python program? How many ways are there where we can execute this Python program? If you ask me, I will just tell like this. Totally, there are 3 ways. Totally, there are 3 ways when it comes to execution of a Python program. First one I will write. Listen carefully. I'll just tell online editors. Online editors. Don't you think plenty of online editors are available in order to execute a Python program? Yes or no? Plenty of online editors will be available. I'll just open the Google Chrome. I'll just tell Python editor. I will tell online Python editor. I'll just tell online Python editor. Online Python editor. See here, plenty of online Python editors will be available. You can just click on any of the online editor. After clicking on this editor, you can just type the program directly there itself. So that if you just run the code, see here, already there is a code. If I just run, you only observe. Don't you think I'm getting the output as hello world? I will just, instead of hello world, I will just change it to Sandesh. I will tell. I'll just tell Sandesh. Study online, I will tell. I'll just tell study online. If I just execute, I need not to save. If I just save and if I just run, see here, I need not to save the code. If I just directly run, observe the output, Sandesh study online. I don't think whenever you're there in the emergency, if you would have not installed anything in the interview panel, if that Python is not installed, then to think directly you can make use of what on the editor. And it is not compulsory that you have to use the same editor. You can use any of the editor, guys. There are hundreds of editors that are available in the market. This is the first one, that is on the editors. Next, second one. Initially as a student, initially only for a couple of days, that's all. Initially as a student, you should be using IDLE, so that you should not be aware of any shortcut that are available in Python. You have to do the hard coding. That is the reason I will make my student to use IDLE. Later what I will do, I will tell, okay sir, what do you mean by this IDLE? Technically, instead of telling ideally, I will just tell Python ideally. How to download the ideally also I will tell. Listen carefully. Ideally means what? If you ask me, I will just tell integrated development, learning environment, integrated development learning environment. Okay, sir, what do you mean by this ideally? How to download ideally? You need not to download this ideally. It's a default. It's a default editor given by Python. It's a default editor given by whom? Python. Okay, sir, how to make use of that? How to make use of that? I will tell. Why you worry about that? At least you got the clarity about that one. I'll just tell it's a default editor given by Python. It's a default editor given by Python. Next, the third one happens to be you can make use of IDEs. You can make use of plenty of IDEs that are available in the market. Okay, sir, what do you mean by IDE? IDE means very simple. Same thing I would like to copy here, paste it here. I'll just tell integrated development environment. Integrated development environment. Listen carefully. Let me just consider the Python ideally. How to download the Python ideally? In order to understand Python ideally, first of all, you should be having a clarity about installation of Python. Installation of Python. How many of them installed Python in your laptop or in your mobile or in your desktop? How many of them would have installed? I know people will wait. Let him teach the installation process. Later we will install. If it is PUBG, if it is other thing, don't you think you will not wait for anyone? You will only install. Similarly, I have to install the software also. It's okay, fine. If you're not installed, I will just teach you how to install this one. Actually, it is very simple. Whenever you want to install Python, first of all, you should be aware of the official website of Python. Official website of Python. Okay, sir, what is the official website of Python? This is what the official website of Python. Regarding the updates of Python, regarding the new versions, everything you will get within this website, www.python.org. I will just copy this one. Let me just go back to the browser, paste it here, press enter. This is what the official website of Python. In this official website of Python, you only observe there is some section called as downloads. Yes or no? There is some section called as downloads. Among these downloads, directly if you click on this, what is the heading they have given? What is the heading? What is this download is for? Don't you think this download is for what? Windows operating system? Yes or no? By default for Windows operating system. Sir, I'm using Linux, sir. I'm using Macintosh, sir. It is very simple. If you're using Linux or Macintosh, what you should do? Change. That's all. See here. Windows, Macintosh, or other platform. Click on other platform. If you're using Linux or if you're using some other platform, click on this. If you click on this, don't you think? See here, Python release for Macintosh. You can just click on this latest version of Macintosh. But right now, my laptop is not using Macintosh operating system. I'm just a Windows user. I'll just click on this one. If I just click on this one, it will be downloaded. How much MB of file? I think everyone can able to see this. How much MB of file? First time I'm seeing this much amount of speed in my mobile internet. A morning time, right? That is the reason. Okay. I think it's 25 MB of file. After downloading Python, what you're supposed to do, if you ask me, there's nothing you're supposed to do. Click, 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 next, next, next. That's all. There is nothing that you have to do. Installation of Python is very easy. Anyone wants me to guide related to that installation? That's at least after downloading this, what you're supposed to do. Just click on that. That's all. You just keep on clicking on the next, next. That's all. Automatically it will be installed. Is that fine for everyone? Next, whenever you're installing Python, if you're installing Python, by default, this ideally will be present with respect to Python. Okay, sir, after installing Python, how to check whether Python got installed or not? It is very simple. Open the command prompt. I think you know how to open the command prompt. Please tell me how to open the command prompt. That also I will write. How to open the command prompt. How to open command prompt. Windows plus what? Guys, how to open command prompt? What is the shortcut? Very good. Windows plus R. You just type Windows R. Next, after typing Windows R, you just type CMD. So here Windows R CMD. Command prompt will be opened. In this command prompt, I will just call Python. Python, you just come here. By saying Python, I will tell. A Python will come. See here. I can execute the Python program. I can just store a is equal to 10. I will tell. If I print a, I'll be getting the output as what? 10. See here, Python is working. And you have to observe what is the version of Python I'm using. And don't you think I'm using the latest version of Python that happens to be 3.8.5? You can just check it out. July 20th, 2020. Just now they have released. Maybe a couple of months back they have released the latest version of Python, that is 3.8.5. If you're installing Python, by default this will be provided by Python. Sir, how to open the editor, sir? How to open the editor? It is very simple. Go back to your search bar. In the search bar, you just type IDLE. You just type. Click on that IDLE. IDLE will be opened like this. You can observe. This is what the IDLE. How many of them are able to understand whatever I'm trying to convey? Whatever the IDLE is there, by default, it will be provided by whom? Python. How to use, how to type the program, that I will take care. You don't worry about that. But as of now, is there any doubt for anyone with respect to the IDLE? Okay, if you're not having any doubt with respect to the IDLE, let me just proceed with the next one. Okay, sir, what do you mean by IDEs? Whenever you want to develop the large project, this Python IDE, that is Python IDLE, is not stable. Sir, what do you mean by that, sir? It is not stable means you cannot write the huge amount of code and you cannot expect the proper output. That is the reason this IDLE is not stable. Sir, if it is not stable, why the hell you will be teaching that? Why I'll be teaching means initially I have to understand. Guys, as a Python developer, you should be having the clarity about every editor. Guys, assume that if he is a car driver, he cannot tell like this, I can only drive Innova. If you're giving Fortuner, no, I will not drive Fortuner. Like this, if he's telling, do you think he will be surviving in the industry as a driver? Assume that that person's job is what? Driver. He knows how to drive Innova car. I think everyone are aware of Innova car. Fine. Tomorrow, if there is a chance to drive Fortuner, do you think he should tell like this? No, I don't know how to ride that Fortuner. No, right? You should be having the clarity about every car that are available in the market. At least not every car. Maybe if they're giving any car, you should be in a position to drive that car. If you're aware of driving, if you would have learned driving by driving school, 100% you will drive every car. But the danger is for the opposite person. That is secondary. Next, similarly, whenever you want to make use of IDEs, there are plenty of IDEs that are available. Okay, sir, can you just name some IDEs that are available? If maybe just like this. Most oftenly, I'll be using. Let me just give the example. Most oftenly, I'll be using Sublime Text. Sublime Text. Next, I'll be using PyCharm, and I'll be using Anaconda. Next, I'll be using Spider. Next, I'll be using Atom, and I'll be using Edit Plus. Like this. If you want, I can just keep on telling the editors. Guys, before the course completion, I will teach how to use Python in each and every editor that are available on the market. Is that fine for everyone? But initially, I'll be using what? Python IDLE. I want you to understand how that works. Later, I will just continue with Sublime Text. I'll be taking PyCharm, I'll be taking Anaconda, I'll be taking Spider, Atom, Edit Plus, everything I will take. Is that clear for everyone? Guys, please tell me, is there any doubt for anyone? Okay, very good. This is what the installation step of Python. Go to here, and afterwards, you're supposed to go to download section. Downloads. In download section, you just click on download button. If you're facing any difficulty, please do contact me. If Python is not working properly, if it is misbehaving, please then try to contact me. I would like to write the versions of Python. Just tell versions of Python, I will tell. When it comes to versions of Python, right now, what is the latest version? Can anyone just tell me what is the latest version that we are using? Very good. The latest version happens to be Python 3.8.5, which was released in which year? Very good. July 2020. This is the latest version of Python. Latest version of Python. Okay, sir. Right now, this is the latest version. Like this, how many versions got released? At least tell me when Python got released into the market. Can anyone just tell me when Python got released to the market? Very good. 1991. Officially, it got released. I'll just tell this happens to be the official release of Python. And can anyone just tell me the exact date? Exact date. February what? February 20th, 1991. February 20th, 1991. Officially, Python got released to the market. And that's what. Every year, February 20th, if you are a Python developer, you should celebrate the birthday of Python. Is that fine? You should bring one cake. You should cut the cake. Or simply, I'm just kidding. That's all. But actually, you should do that, correct, right? Why? Because of Python only you are earning the money. Then you should celebrate the birthday. Next, listen carefully. Official release. I will just tell 1.0 version 1.0 got released in Jan 1994, I guess. Yes, Jan 1994. Next, when it comes to the next version, as no one will be asking in the interview panel, Python 2.0. In between 1.0 to 2.0, so many versions came. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. I cannot write all those things. Just for your clarity, like this I'm writing, that's all. This happens to be October 1990. Sorry, it's not 1996. It's 2000. October 2000. Next, whenever it comes to the Python version 3.x or 3.0 version, in between 2.0 to 3.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, like this, plenty of versions for there. I'll just consider December 2008. From December 2008 till July 2020, we are using 3.x version, 3.1, 3.2, 3.8. In 3.8, 3.8.1, 3.8.2. Right now we are using what? 3.8.5. That means, don't you think a huge support is there from this particular official website related to Python? Because every couple of months they'll be giving the new features, they'll be updating the features. That is the reason I told Python is open source software. Is that fine, guys? I think right now some of them got the clarity. What do you mean by that open source software? Okay, very good. Listen carefully. Okay, sir, next what you're trying to explain. I will just tell the flavors of Python. Let me just tell the flavors of Python. Sir, what do you mean by these flavors of Python, sir? When it comes to chocolate or when it comes to ice cream, we know what are the flavors that are available on the market. What do you mean by flavors of Python? Guys, where you will observe the flavors? While buying something, you will be seeing the flavor. While buying ice cream, you will see the flavor. While buying, what is that? Chocolate also, you will just see the flavor. While buying something also, you'll see the flavor. But I cannot tell all those things in the class. Ice cream is what I meant. Listen carefully. Right now, if I consider the flavors of Python, okay, sir, what do you mean by flavors of Python, or where exactly these flavors of Python will be used? Let me just tell like this. The first flavor of Python happens to be C Python. I will tell C Python. Sir, what do you mean by the C Python, sir? Can anyone just tell me what do you mean by C Python? What is C Python? I will just tell like this. It is a standard flavor. It is standard. It's a standard flavor. It's a standard flavor of Python. It's a standard flavor of Python, which is used to work with what kind of programming language? C Python means what? It is a standard flavor of Python which is used to work with C programming language. Similarly, I will consider the second one. Okay, sir, what is the second one? I'll just tell the second one happens to be J Python. I will tell J Python. I will tell, or some of them might be calling it as Jython. Some of them might be calling it as Jython. Just call it as J Python or Jython. What is the use of J Python or Jython? Can you just tell me? I can just tell it is a standard flavor of Python which is used. It is a standard flavor of Python which is used to work with what kind of programming language? Very good, Java programming language. Similarly, I will consider the next one, the next version. I'll just take the next flavor happens to be Iron Python. Iron Python. Sir, what, sir? Iron Man will be using Python. That is the reason the name is Iron Python. No, not like that. Iron Python will be used. I'll just tell it is used. It is used in. How many of them would have heard about C hash? How many of them would have heard about C hash or .NET? .NET. Whenever you want to use Python in C hash or .NET, you're supposed to use the flavor called as what? Iron Python. Next, similarly, I will consider the next version that happens to be Ruby Python. I will tell Ruby Python. Guys, there is one programming language called as Ruby. How many of them are aware of those things? Ruby programming language. Very good. Right now I can just tell like this. It's a standard flavor of Python which is used to work with Ruby programming language. Used to work with Ruby programming language. Similarly, I would like to consider the next one, that is the fifth one and the last one, that happens to be Anaconda Python. Anaconda Python. Sir, Python means only Anaconda. Why this Anaconda Python? You can just go and ask the person who kept the name. Anaconda Python is very simple. It is used for large volume of data. Whenever you're performing the large volume data processing, if you're performing large volume data processing, then you should go for what? Anaconda Python. Yes, PyPy is there. Like this, plenty of flavors of Python is there. At least I have just listed out some flavors. Guys, is there any doubts for anyone with respect to the flavors of Python? Is there any doubts for anyone? Okay, if you're not having any doubts, what you can do, if you ask me, I think from here you have to write the notes, correct, right? That is execution of Python program. You can just quickly take the screenshot of this one. Don't worry, I will be giving you the link of today's drive. Why? Because I cannot rely on my mobile internet. That is the reason, and I just don't want to extend the class. As soon as possible, let me just wind up. One small topic is there. Later, I will just wind up. That's all. Yeah, you can just example of syntax of JPython. I will teach. 100% I will teach. Right now, I have just mentioned the flavors. That's all. I will teach JPython. I will teach Anaconda Python. If time permits, I will teach C Python. How this Python is used in C programming language. Everything I will teach. Right now, I have just listed out the flavors. That's all. Please be very quick in taking the screenshot of this one. Once you're done with the screenshot, let me just scroll down and zoom these flavors of Python. Take the screenshot of flavors of Python. I think everyone are done by taking the screenshot. Guys, is that done by taking the screenshot? Please tell me, is that done by taking the screenshot? Okay, very good. If you're done by taking the screenshot, next one small topic is there. Afterwards, we will just conclude this one. Listen carefully. Please leave sufficient amount of space in your notes. That is very important. Guys, now I'm telling, please leave sufficient amount of space. Okay, great. Right now, when it comes to execution of a Python program, you got the clarity. In how many ways we can just execute? How many ways are there? Once again, please tell me, in how many ways we can execute a Python program? I'm just asking the way. I'm not asking, just tell me that way. How many ways are there? Very good. Totally, there are 3 ways. Online editors, ideally IDE. Already I have shown the online editor. Next, right now I will be showing the IDE. Listen carefully. I will just take the modes. Let me just consider modes in Python. Okay, sir, in which mode the Python program can be executed, or modes in Python? When it comes to modes in Python, there are 2 modes in Python. I'll just tell there are 2 modes in executing a Python program. Which are those 2 modes, if you ask me? The first one happens to be script mode. Next, the second one happens to be interactive mode. Okay, sir, what do you mean by the script mode? What do you mean by interactive mode? Everything in detail I will tell. What is this script mode? What is this interactive mode? Listen carefully. I want everyone to observe this one. Let me just consider the first one, that happens to be the script mode. I would like to consider the first one happens to be the script mode. I will take. If I consider script mode, basically, what do you mean by script? Anyone? What is script? Forget about script mode. What do you mean by script? Please don't go and ask script for Prems. I think how many of them are aware of Prems in Kannada film industry? If you're going and asking the script for him, then 100% you will be in the trouble. Directly without script, he will execute the movie. That's what. Some famous movies and some extraordinary movies. I don't want to name the extraordinary movies. As how many of them will understand Kannada? Or how many of them will not understand Kannada? How many of them will not understand Kannada? Can you just tell me how many of them? Okay, one person. And in your idira? Okay. Why? Because in between, okay, little bit. Okay. Solpa. Okay. Okay. Why? Because in between, in order to give some example, I'll be taking Kannada film industry or Telugu or Tamil, whatever it may be. It relates, or maybe it depends on the topic, just for the entertainment purpose. That's all. There is nothing personal. If you are a very big fan of Prems, please don't feel bad. Don't scold me in dash languages. I'm just taking the example. Script means, don't you think, before starting any movie, script is very important? Yes or no? Before they want to direct any movie, they'll be having the complete script ready. What is the dialogue? What is the song? What is the scene by scene? They'll be having the script. Maybe within one book they would have written the script. They'll be doing script puja and all. How many of them would have seen? Day one they'll be doing the puja for script and all. Similarly, whenever it comes to Python, how to execute the Python program in script mode, if you ask me, like this you're supposed to execute the program. Listen carefully. Let me just open the whiteboard. In this whiteboard I would like to write the diagram. I want everyone to observe properly. No one I'm telling. Initially, who will be having the control, guys? Always the control will be there within the operating system. Always the line of control will be there with whom? Operating system. Script mode means very simple. Whenever you're writing the Python program, assume that this happens to be the lines of code which I have written within the Python program. Whenever you're saving the file, already you're aware of how to save the file. Let me just consider the file name happens to be demo, I will tell. The extension of the file happens to be py, because ultimately it's a Python file. That's the reason demo.py. If you are storing the lines of code within the file, then technically it is called as Python file or Python script. I'll just tell it as Python file, or some of them might be calling it as Python script, or even some of them might be calling it as Python module. Don't worry, I will give the clarity about what exactly I'm trying to tell. But please try to understand, if you're trying to store something within a Python, within a file, that too with the extension .py, it is called as Python file or Python script or Python module. Right now, in order to execute these lines of code, don't you think you're supposed to take the help of PVM? Yes or no? In order to execute the first line, line by line, first line, second line, third line, don't you think you should be taking the help of PVM? That is the reason I will just tell this happens to be the PVM. If the control is given to PVM, then everything will be taken care. A compilation will be taken care automatically by Python. Once you save the file, before the control goes to this PVM, automatically it will be compiled by Python compiler. Right now, from this operating system, assume that from this operating system, you will give the control to PVM. Next, from this PVM, you should be giving the control to whom? To this Python file. Right now, think and answer. In order to give the control from operating system to Python, listen carefully. You should be using one technical term. How to call Python? If you ask me, you should just tell Python. This is what the command which is used in order to call what? PVM. Guys, in the interview, if they're asking how to call PVM, what should be your answer? You have to type what? Python. And next, from this PVM, you're supposed to give the control to whom? Python file. And next, from operating system, if you want to give the control to this Python file, it is very simple. In order to call PVM, you will tell what? Python. Next, in order to call this particular file name, what you should do? You're supposed to tell like this. Already Python you have told space file name. I will just tell Python file name. I'll just tell Python space file name. File name is what? Python file name. Is that clear for everyone? Like this, you're supposed to execute the program. And next, line by line, line by line, line by line, it will be executed. Okay, sir, how exactly line by line the code will be executed? If asked me, I will just take some simple example so that you'll be getting the complete clarity about what I'm trying to speak. Listen carefully. Guys, script means very simple. If you're writing any logic within the file, technically that is only called as what? Script mode. Okay, sir, what do you mean by interactive mode? What do you mean by interactive mode? We will just explore this one. Listen carefully. And if you're executing these things, don't you think you should be getting the output? You should be getting the output. Line by line, you will be getting the output. Yes or no? Line by line, the execution will happen. If line by line execution will happen, 100% will be getting the output. In such a way, you have to write the name. Listen carefully. Sir, no version name. That means, no. You need not to provide the version name. Directly, if you tell Python, that is sufficient. I would like to open the screen. Within the screen, listen carefully. Let me just open the IDLE. Already I have told how to open IDLE. You have to search IDLE. Within this IDLE, what I will do, I'll just go here. Let me just click on file, new file, control N, new file. New file is opened. Next, what I will do, listen carefully, guys. I want everyone to understand. Listen properly. Let me just save this file. Control S, I'm pressing. What is the name I will give? I will just give the folder name within F drive, Python. Let me just create a brand new folder for your guys. That is Python morning batch. I will tell Python morning batch. Within this Python morning batch, I would like to create a file. Maybe the file name happens to be demo.py. I will tell. Next, something I will type. Let me just type print function. Within this print function, let me just type welcome to study online. Welcome to study online. Next, I will consider a variable name called as trainer. I will take trainer. Within this variable, I would like to store the data. The trainer name happens to be Sandesh. I will take. Next, instead of directly printing that, what I will do, I will just store this data also within a variable. Okay, sir, what is a variable name? I will just take platform, or else I'll just tell institute. Institute I have taken. Next, please tell me, listen. I have to just print the institution name and the trainer name. Then what I should do? I don't think directly I can just use print function. Within this print function, I can just type the variable name, that is institute. Next, I can put comma and I can just tell trainer. That is up to your wish. Sir, is it possible to print like this? Is welcome to study online Sandesh. Like that, I'll be getting the output. If I save, how to execute this Python program? It is very simple. Let me just minimize this one. I would like to open the folder. Where is the folder? Can you just guide me? Where is the folder? I think the folder is there in this PC. The drive happens to be F drive. Next, Python morning batch. Next, click on here. Type CMD. It will redirect to what? Command prompt. Right now, I'm inside what? F drive. I'm inside Python morning batch. Next, I have to execute the Python program. How to execute? Already the Python program is available. You're supposed to execute by telling the commands. That's all. Sir, what is the command, sir? I will just tell the command. How to call PVM? Just now I have written the diagram. Please tell me how to call PVM. Very good. You're supposed to tell Python, or you can just tell Py. Anything is fine. You can just tell Py, or you can just tell Python. That is up to your wish. After telling Python, you're supposed to tell one space. After space, don't you think, in order to execute the file, what is the file name? Very good. The file name happens to be demo.py. If I press enter, you only observe the output. Welcome to study online Sandesh. Yes or no? Why? Because this is what the data I have written. This is what the lines of code I have written here. How many of them will agree with my point? Or how many of them understood? Yes, please tell me how many of them understood. Do you think it's a very difficult task, whatever I have written? Actually, it's a very easy task, correct, right? Next, listen properly. Assume that I will just close. Directly I'll open the command prompt. From this command prompt, I should be getting inside that folder. What I should do? I should get inside F drive. How to get inside F drive? F colon. Next, I should get inside one folder called as Python morning batch. Right now I'm inside Python morning batch. If I just tell Py instead of Python, if I just tell Py and the file name happens to be demo.py, same output is what I will be getting. Is that clear, guys? How many of them understood? I can just tell Python or I can just tell Py. That is up to your wish. Same output is what I'm getting. Technically, this is called as what? Script mode. Right now, if anyone is asking what exactly the meaning of script mode, afterwards you can just write the diagram. Listen carefully. Below the diagram, I'll be writing few points. Okay, sir, which are those few points are related to the script mode? Listen carefully. If the Python program, I'll just tell, if the Python program is being saved within a file with the extension, what should be the extension? Can you just tell me what is the extension? .py, with the extension .py saved within a file. A file is only technically called as a script. I will tell. Okay, if a Python program is been saved within a file or script with the extension .py, and later if it is executed, Later, if it is executed by PVM, then it is referred as. What kind of mode? Very good. That is only technically called as what? Script mode. I'll copy this one. I'll just paste it here. Is there any doubt for anyone with respect to what exactly script mode is? Yes, please tell me. Is there any doubt? Okay, very good. Next, let me just take the interactive mode. Sir, what do you mean by interactive mode? Same example only I will take. Guys, I want everyone to listen properly. Just do one thing. You can just take the screenshot of this one. Take the screenshot for a while. Don't worry, I will just post the notes. If you're done by taking the screenshot, I will just display the diagram. Take the screenshot of the diagram. Take the screenshot of this diagram. What is the output? I think I'll be getting the output. While writing the program, better if you write the lines of code within here and write the output properly. Take the screenshot of this. That's how you should write the notes if you ask me. 3 lines of code. Please don't simply write dash dash and all, whatever the line I have written. Instead of this line, what should come within this demo.py if you ask me? Take the screenshot of this program, whatever the program I have written. Take the screenshot of this program. This is the complete program. Next, take the screenshot of the output. Take the screenshot of the output. I think everyone are aware of how to write or what you exactly have to write within demo.py and what exactly you're supposed to write within the output. In the output, just write welcome to Study Online Sandesh. That's all. With respect to the program, just write this program. Is that clear, guys? Shall I proceed with the interactive mode? Interactive mode, only 2 minutes I'll take. That's all. Why? Because actually it is very easy. Let me just close the file. Next, listen carefully. When it comes to interactive mode, okay, sir, how to execute the interactive mode or how to execute a Python program using this interactive mode? It is very simple. If we execute Python program directly using PVM, via command prompt, then it is referred as interactive mode. Okay, sir, please explain this interactive mode. If you ask me, I would like to explain the interactive mode. Don't worry. Let me just consider this happens to be the interactive mode. All right, now listen carefully. I would like to consider the example. Same example only I will take. How to open the command prompt? Just now only I have told how to open the command prompt. Windows R. In this Windows R CMD, I will type py or I can type Python, anything. Why? Because I should call PVM, right? I will press enter. I will not enter file name. Why? Because directly I will enter the file. I will enter the code here. I have pressed enter. Next, I will store something. What I will store? I will store. Let me just create the variable called as institute. Within the variable called as institute, I would like to store welcome to Study Online. Welcome to Study Online. I will tell. This data would be stored internally. Next, I'll press enter. Next, within the variable called as trainer, I will store the name happens to be Sandesh. I will take. I will press enter. If I am printing institute and if I'm printing the trainer, don't you think same output only I should get? Yes or no? Same output only I should get. It's 100%. Yeah, I can just take up the mathematical expression, no issues. I can just store within a variable. I can store 10 within a variable called as A, 20 within a variable called as B. I can perform the addition operation. Anything you can perform. But try to understand what is script mode, what is interactive mode. If I press enter, see here, same output is what I got. This is what the interactive mode. Let me just copy this. I would like to paste it here. Similarly, you can just perform mathematical operation. That is within A, 10 I will store. Within B, 20 I will store. Next, if I print A multiplied by B, what is the output? A into B, what is the output? 200 is the output. So try swapping two numbers. Yes, I can perform. I will just perform A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. I will tell. Next, let me just consider swapping of two number. How to swap two number? Can you just tell me how to swap two number? Whatever there in A and B, I should store within the variable called as what? B and A. How many of them will agree with my point? Guys, whatever there in A and B, I should store within B and A, yes or no? Next, I would like to print A and B now. If I print A comma B, directly I can tell A comma B. You can observe the output. Don't you think the number got swapped? Yes or no? The number got swapped. Like this, you can perform any number of operation, but at least forget about the code, guys. From next class onwards, I'll be teaching only code. That's all. In detail, I will teach every topic. Fine. If you search it in the internet, if you search it in the Google, nowhere it should be available. Like that, I will teach you. Don't worry about that. But right now, got the clarity about modes in Python, that is script mode as well as interactive mode. How many of them understood? You can just tell me yes. Okay, very good. Yeah, great. If you're done with all these things, you can just take the screenshot of this interactive mode. Okay, fine. Guys, that's what I'm telling repeatedly. If you are having sufficient amount of time, or if you don't have time, ultimately, if you're an experienced candidate or a working professional, preferably if you ask me, learn both the programming language which is in the top, that is Java and Python. I think on a daily basis we'll be providing the recordings. No need to worry about that. If you are missing the classes, all those things, and make sure that today is Friday. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow I'll not be having the class. Monday, if you want to attend the class, either you should be taking my permission or you should have done your admission. Is that fine, guys? I think I have given extra 2 days of time. I think 5 days is more than sufficient to judge a person and his teaching style and his technical knowledge, all those things. If you are having any concern related to the technical things, please get back to me. No need to hesitate. Guys, any given point of time, you can just ask the doubt. It may be any time, not in between 12 to 6, that is midnight 12 to 6. That is my sleeping hours. Apart from 12 to 6, you can just ask any doubts at any given point of time. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Hello, sir. Some Java links are not opening. No, it will open. You can just click on that. I have just made it as public. Yeah, I will not upload on YouTube and all. Directly I will send it into Slack or to your mail ID. If you have registered or if you're done with the admission, then only I'll just do that. And already I have told the course structure, all those things. Still, some of them are asking, sir, to which number we have to send all those things. You can just take the screenshot. Make sure that while doing the payment, tell the course name, exact course name, tell your name, tell your phone number, preferably WhatsApp number, tell your mail ID. Is that fine? You can just take the screenshot of this. Make sure that within this Monday you'll be doing your admission. If not, once the admission is closed, if the batch is having 30 students, 25 students, I'll close the admission. Because I just want the limited number of students. For the limited number of students, I should be giving the complete clarity, and I'll be having the interaction once from the Monday the classes will start. Thank you so much. Have a great day and have a happy weekend. That is very important. Yeah. Yes, whatever the question you have asked, yes. Fine. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.